Hello guys, welcome back to FC Sean Predicts. Today we're going to be predicting Champions League Week 8. But before we do that, I want to mention that we hit 11 high odd tips from Week 7. I just want to go quickly over them and then we're going to jump into Week 8. So the first match, Real Madrid was hosting Red Bull Salzburg. Our tip was Real Madrid Asian handicap minus 3.5, which meant that Real Madrid to win by 4 or more goals, with the odds of 2.65, and the actual result was 5-1, so we hit this high odd tip. The next match was Liverpool hosting Lille. Our tip was Liverpool to win combined with both teams to score, odds 2.38, and the actual result was 2-1, so we hit that one as well. The following match, Red Bull Leipzig was hosting Sporting. Red Bull Leipzig were underdogs despite playing at home, but as I mentioned, they're not going to end this Champions League campaign without any points or a win, and I actually predicted the correct score for this game, 2-1. That was the actual result, and my tip was Red Bull Leipzig double chance combined with both teams to score, with the odds of 2.28, so we hit that tip as well. And our next match was Sparta Prague hosting Inter. My tip was Inter to win combined with under 3.5 goals, odds 2.20, and the actual result was 0-1, so we hit that tip as well. The following match, Milan was hosting Girona. Our tip was Milan to win combined with under 3.5 goals, with the odds of 2.14, and the actual result was 1-0. We hit that one as well. Following match, Benfica was hosting Barcelona. Our tip was Barcelona to win with the odds of 2.0, and the actual result was 4-5. What a beautiful game that was. We hit that one as well. Following match, Bratislava, Stuttgart. Our tip was over 3.5 goals, which meant 4 or more goals in the game. Odds 2.10, and the actual result was 1-3. So we hit that one also. Our following match is Club Brugge were hosting Juventus. Our tip was under 2.5 goals in the match, which meant 2 or less goals in the game. And the actual result was 0-0, so we hit that one as well with the odds of 1.80. Following match, Atletico Madrid was hosting Leverkusen. Our tip was both teams to score with the odds of 1.80, and the actual result was 2-1, so we hit that tip as well. And the following match, Atalanta Sturm Graz. Our tip was Atalanta to score 3 or more goals with the odds of 1.81, and the actual result was 5-0, so we hit that one as well. And the last but not the least, Crvena Zvezda was hosting PSV. Our tip was PSV double chance combined with both teams to score, with the odds of 1.78, and the actual result was 2-3, and we hit that tip as well. Now, believe it or not, combining all of these 11 tips together in a parlay would give us a combined odds of 2,200. And also don't forget that it's never guaranteed that your parlay would hit, so play responsibly. And now without further ado, let's dive into week number 8. First match of the week, PSV hosting Liverpool. Do not forget that all the matches are going to take place on Wednesday and all at the same time. Now back to PSV Liverpool, 19s against the first. Now if PSV loses this match, Manchester City may come and take their place. And for this not to happen, PSV must get at least a point out of this game. Now one of the most important questions is, since Liverpool is automatically qualified for the next rounds, are they going to actually play with their main squad, or will Arne Slot rest the important players to avoid any injuries or any cards that can affect them in the next round? Now last time these two teams faced each other was 17 years ago, where both legs ended 3-1 for Liverpool. I think the Reds may not put their 100 in this match and may just settle down for a point, ending the league phase on top. My score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw. Now my tip is Liverpool double chance combined with PSV to score 1 or more goals, odds 1.75. On to the next one, Bayern Munich hosting Slovan Bratislava, 15s against the 35th. Now Bayern Munich will hope that Barcelona will defeat Atalanta at home, and Bayern Munich could possibly make it into the top 8. But we cannot forget that there are way too many teams trying to accomplish the same thing in the same day. But since Slovan Bratislava scored against Atletico Madrid, Milan, and Stuttgart, I would pick a risky score for this game, 4-1, and my tip is both teams to score, odds 3.10. On to the next one, Borussia Dortmund hosting Shakhtar Donetsk, 14s against the 27th. Same story here, Dortmund will try to beat Shakhtar in this match and make it into the top 8, but there's way too many competitions going on in the same day. While technically Shakhtar still has a chance to make it to the playoffs, but I don't think that's gonna happen with their goal difference of -6. Last time Shakhtar visited Dortmund was 12 years ago and that game ended 3-0 for the hosts. My score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Dortmund and my tip is Dortmund to win combined with over 2.5 goals, odds 1.75. On to the next one, Leverkusen hosting Sparta Prague, 8th against the 29th. Leverkusen were in a 12th winning streak before they visited Atletico Madrid last week and lost. They have a good chance of winning this game, but they also have to remember that all the 16 teams below them are coming after their spot, so they better keep that goal difference high. My score prediction for this match is 4-0 for Leverkusen, and my tip is over 3.5 goals, odds 1.90. On to the next one, Girona hosting Arsenal, 31st against the 3rd. Now Girona is going to play this match for their prestige, while Arsenal will try to keep their top 3 position. Now this should be a very interesting match, but the Gunners will keep in mind they have a super important match on the weekends against Manchester City, which can arguably be a more important match than this one. My score prediction for this match is 0-1 for Arsenal, and my tip is Arsenal to win combined with under 3.5 goals, odds 2.23. On to the next one, Barcelona hosting Atalanta, 2nd against the 7th. What a show Blaugrana put up against Benfica. There were 9 goals in total. It was such a goal fest. I was screaming and losing my head watching that game. It was a beautiful game. Now Atalanta from the other side, they have 10 teams coming after their spot. And honestly, I think Atalanta will be pushed out of top 8 and go to the playoff rounds. My score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Barcelona. And my tip is Barcelona to win 1.75. And if you really want to juice it up, then I would put Barcelona to win combined with both teams to score, odds 2.50. On to the next one, Brest hosting Real Madrid, 13th against the 16th. Now Brest are at least guaranteed the playoffs, but they will do their best and put up a fight against Real Madrid to actually make it into the top 8. And Madrid in the same situation, they are guaranteed the playoffs, but they will do their best to get into the top 8. But just remembering that Brest lost their last match against Shakhtar 0-2, my score prediction for this match is 1-3 for Real Madrid, and my tip is Real Madrid to score 3 or more goals, odds 2.10. On to the next one, Manchester City hosting Club Brugge, 25th against the 20th. Now Manchester City literally kicked Brugge out of the Champions League and take their place if they win this game, and preferably with many goals. In their last Champions League game, they unfortunately lost to PSG in an away match 4-2 despite scoring first. I'm expecting both teams giving their 100 in this game, but just City's squad is too strong for this Club Brugge. Now the fun fact is, Club Brugge actually visited Manchester City back in 2021 and that game ended 4-1 for the hosts. And my score prediction for this match is 3-1 for Manchester City. And my tip is Manchester City to win combined with both teams to score, odds 2.28. On to the next one, Young Boys hosting Crvena Zvezda. This game is not going to change anything in the qualifications, but I believe that Young Boys would try to get at least a point in this Champions League campaign. Back in 2023, when Crvena Zvezda visited Young Boys, the game ended 2-0 for the hosts. So my score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw, and my tip is over 2.5 goals combined with both teams to score, odds 1.75. On to the next one, Lille hosting Feyenoord, 12th against the 11th. Both teams have accumulated 13 points each, and both are hoping to get a win in this one and get into the top 8. Now Lille put up a good fight against Liverpool in an away match and lost 2-1, while Feyenoord surprised most of us and beat Bayern Munich 3-0 at home. So my score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw, and my tip is over 2.5 goals, odds 1.80. On to the next one, Juventus hosting Benfica, 17th against the 21st. Now Juventus guaranteed themselves at least the playoffs, but Benfica can still be kicked out of the Champions League. Now last time Benfica visited Juventus back in 2022, they were able to beat Juventus 2-1. Now I have to remind, Benfica put up such an insane fight against Barcelona and lost 4-5. And they were actually up by 2 goals and Barcelona made an insane comeback. And it actually reminded me that game between PSG against Barcelona when Barcelona had a comeback. Despite Juventus is a team where most of their games end under 2.5 goals, I believe in this match they have nothing to lose and open up a little bit to score more goals and improve their goal difference to possibly get into the top 8. So my score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Juventus, and my tip is over 2.5 goals at 2.12. On to the next one, Aston Villa hosting Celtic, 9th against the 18th. Now Villa is sharing that 8th position with Leverkusen by only 1 goal difference, and they will definitely try to get up there after this game. While Celtic guaranteed themselves the playoffs, the chances them making into the top 8 are very slim and almost impossible. So since this match means more to Aston Villa than to Celtic, my score prediction for this game is 2-0 for Aston Villa, and my tip is Aston Villa to win combined with under 3.5 goals at 2.14. On to the next one, Dinamo Zagreb against Milan, 26 against the 6. Now, a miracle has to happen for Dinamo Zagreb to qualify for the playoffs, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. Last time Milan visited Zagreb back in 2022, they were able to beat the hosts 4-0, and obviously Milan wants to stay in the top 8. My score prediction for this match is 1-2 for Milan, and my tip is Milan to win combined with both teams to score at 2.55. On to the next one, very interesting match, Inter hosting Monaco, 4th against the 10th. Now Inter has an interesting goal record. They've scored 8 goals and conceded only 1. Yes, that 1 conceded goal is very impressive, but scoring only 8 goals and staying in the 4th position is super impressive, and it actually tells how they're executing their plan to stay among the top. Now Monaco beat Aston Villa 1-0 at home in their last outing. These two teams faced each other back in 2022. The game ended 2-2 draw, but for this game, my score prediction is 1-0 for Inter, and my tip is Inter to win combined with under 3.5 goals at 2.30. On to the next one, Sturm Graz hosting Red Bull Leipzig. These two teams are definitely not making to the next stage. In their last outing, Sturm Graz lost to Atalanta 5-0, whereas Red Bull Leipzig defeated Sporting 2-1 at home just like we predicted. I don't think Leipzig are losing this game despite it being an away match. My score prediction for this game is 1-2 for Red Bull Leipzig, and my tip is Red Bull Leipzig double chance combined with both teams to score at 1.90. On to the next one, Red Bull Salzburg hosting Atletico Madrid. Atletico would want to stay among the top 8 and definitely try to win this game. Now Atletico visited Salzburg back in 2020 and defeated the host 2-0. Now a quick reminder that Salzburg lost their last Champions League game against another Madrid team 5-1. I think Atletico Madrid is going to get it done in this match. My score prediction for this game is 1-0 for Atletico Madrid, and my tip is Atletico Madrid to win combined with under 3.5 goals at 2.10. On to the next one, Sporting hosting Bologna, 23rd against the 28th. Now as we already know, Bologna is not going to make it to the playoffs for sure. Now Sporting from the other side, they would definitely want to win this game because those 4 teams below them are trying to take their place at any moment. So Sporting will fight with everything they got just to get a chance for the next playoff round. My score prediction for this game is 3-1 for Sporting, and my tip is both teams to score at 1.82. On to the next one, the last game of match week 8, but very important one, Stuttgart hosting PSG, 24th against the 22nd. Both of these teams have accumulated 10 points each, and both of them may fall off the cliff of Champions League if they're not gonna win this one. Now in their last Champions League outing, Stuttgart beat Slovan Bratislava 3-1, whereas PSG defeated Manchester City 4-2. I'm not sure if Stuttgart have that power in them to fight against this PSG who actually fought toe-to-toe against City. But I'm expecting a goal fest in this game. My score prediction for this match is 2-3 for PSG, and my tip is PSG to score 2 or more goals at 2.23. That's all guys, that was Champions League Week 8 predictions. Don't forget to leave your predictions and comments in the comment section. Put thumbs up if you liked the video. And also don't forget to subscribe so you're not going to miss our next releases. And bye for now.